Well, hello everybody. This is my first time doing Facebook Live, so welcome. I imagine it's going to take a while for people to come on, so I decided to come on about 2 minutes early. I did choose the deck that I'm going to be using out of the several that I have for the blue and the stars, and the fact that it resides most of the time in this, which has a silk lining, which is all about keeping it nice and clean, but it has the moon on there, moon and stars. And this reading is about the lunar eclipse that is happening in about an hour, a little over an hour from now. And a good friend of mine suggested this a couple of hours ago, and it really lit up for me. So let me know how this goes. I'm not really sure how to do this, except that I see people coming on, so welcome. Really exciting to do this. I'm not really sure the name of this deck. I'm sure it'll come to me because I know that it's in there somewhere. But what I can do is show you, first of all, I'll show you the part of the deck. I'm kind of getting used to this. Really gorgeous art on it. And this is the cloth on which I'm reading, and I intuitively placed, I did saging, smudging as well, intuitively placed many of my beautiful crystals and stones on here. Some of you might actually recognize them because some of them are gifts from some of you. So this reading is going to be, I'd like to start it right now, actually, about 111. It just felt right. 111 right now. Perfect. On August 7th. Lionsgate tomorrow. Big, big energies, just really from now on. Now on, for real. But, you know, until the end of the Lionsgate energy, which is, I believe, on the 25th or 26th of this month, and then we go to the solstice or the equinoxes and then the solstices. But so I'm going to go ahead and do a reading with this. I'm going to start shuffling now. This is a reading that will be for the collective consciousness, for those of us who are tuning in now and later, for this energy, for kind of getting a clue, a glimpse of what's unfolding kind of behind the scenes in the energy fields, because that's what I read. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ashley. My daughter's here, too. Tammy, this is cool. Very cool. Hi, Mom. Hi, everybody. So good to see you all. All right. Now I'm going to get quiet, and I'm going to bring the energy in through the cards, through me, down into the center of Gaia and out into the cosmos, as I always do. I'm really used to doing personal readings, so a general reading for the energy is unique for me in a way, so I'm really excited about doing it with all of you. Everybody just take a nice deep breath in, if you would. Let it out. A couple of those. And then get real quiet. Wow, fabulous energy, everybody. Wow, I'm buzzing, seriously buzzing with all of your energy, with all of ours together. So I'm going to lay this deck out like I normally do in five decks, and I'm going to ask each of you to, from 5 to 1, hey, hi everybody, to tell me the first number I see I'll pick up first. So between 5 and 1, the first number I see I'll pick up first, because I need all 5 of them up. So help me out here. I'm not even sure how to really read this. Is anybody posting anything? I see people joining. Well, I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to do it myself. Love you all so much. Hey. All right, here I go. Thank you, Evelyn. Love you. She's the one who prompted this, by the way, so you can all give her kudos if you like this. If not, come to me. Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go with 3, which is the number of creation, beginning. I'm going to go with 4, stability. I'm going to go with 2, partnership, 1, individuality, and 5, chaos. New beginnings, new potentials. Let's do this. All right, let me move some of this around. Make way for the cards. Wow. I'm laying them down. I'm doing my typical, I don't even know what to call it right now because the words aren't coming to me. The layout that I do, which is the Celtic cross. It has a wonderful tendency to be very full and expansive in its energy. So this is what it looks like right now. For those of you who are familiar with some of these cards, you'll get a little bit of a clue. I don't really look at most of them until I pick them up. So we're going to start out right now with the very first card, which is center of the reading. And the center of the reading is kind of like what everything's pivoting around right now. So I consider a card reading to be like a space in which experience happens. It's a sphere of experience that we call time. And things unfold. They are brought to us by something that happened and triggered us to come into something new. They're overlit by energies. They're underlined by energies. They show what's happening in the general sense, and then what's likely to come given the general consensus for us, because this is about the collective consciousness. So as this shows, this is amazing. The very center card is the Lover's card. And it's funny because I didn't pick another deck originally because it had so many nude pictures, and the very first one that I see on here is probably the only one in this whole deck of nudity. So yeah, that's not going to happen next time. I'll probably go ahead and use the other one because it's beautiful. So this is about the Lovers. This is the Higher Arcana card. It's the number 6 card. And it is about divine partnership. So the eclipse, the center of this eclipse is about divine partnership. And it's really with us being partners with ourselves. It's really about self-love, self-acceptance, forgiveness, allowance, delight, delight with ourselves, delight with the things that scare us about ourselves, delight in showing ourselves, in front of others and being who we really are, as opposed to the program that we were taught to be. So this is about being a partner with self and the divine self. This is the portal. So how I'm seeing this lunar eclipse coming up here, it's about putting the seed into the darkness of the moon, the earth, the darkness, the wet darkness that is the mother's womb too, if you want to think about it that way. So that it comes to its fruition and new birth. But we're the ones that program this. We're not taking on the old programming anymore. So this is releasing the old programming and creating new. So that's the center of all of this. Now I'm going to go down into what is in the subconscious, and that this whole reading, this whole energy around this reading is kind of built upon. It can also be seen as what is our greatest desire to have happen, or the thing that we need to see the most. But it's subconscious, and it's something that's already planted, that we've already gone through, and has ignited in us a desire for something to come about. And that, wow, people, this is amazing. So this is the 10 of Cups. This is like the ultimate fruition. Look at the rainbow bridge, people. 10 is new beginnings. It's the one with a 0 next to it, which is all about pure potential. The one is brand new beginnings. I'm a number 10. My life path is this. But cups are about love. They're about the divine feminine principle of flow, nurturing, love, joy, bliss, excitement, divinity, in the sense that your heart spills out the truth of who you are, the divine God within you, as you're a portal through which the divine sees, feels, tastes, touches the reality that we all as one created, right? So this is about the pure love and overflowingness of all of that. This is really about getting to a place of joy and living it. And that is what our true desire is about. I see that people are putting up, I'm just now seeing the numbers, so I don't know how this thing works. Eventually I'll figure it out, but thank you. If anybody can give me a really quick idea of how this works, maybe this is just perfect anyway. I suspect it is. So that's foundational to us. The next card up, I've already read. That's the Lover's card, which is in the center, and then the next card up. So I'm reading the pillar in the center of the cross. So I'm reading from center, bottom, and top. The top is coming to us through our higher self. So our collective higher self is bringing us a message. I just looked at it. The Lover's card, by the way, I did tell you is a higher arcana card. The one that we're getting from our higher self collectively is also a higher arcana card. And it's also a 1. How is that possible? You got 22 higher arcana cards. 1, because 1's a 10 and 1's a 1. I guess the 19 card would also be a 1 ultimately. So there are 3. This one is the Magician card. So our higher self is talking to us about our own abilities to be the magician in our lives. This is about bringing all four of the different types of cards. Well, you all know what they are, and I'll come back to it. They're saying, don't do that right now. Just get to the main part of it. It's funny because in that we see the 8 right there, which is the infinity symbol, really sideways. So this is right at the top of that. This is about continuation and constant rebirth and renewal. And at the center of that is the 0 point into which all creation goes. Some people say, oh my God, an 8 will keep you bound. It's like you always stay within it, but you're missing something when you think that. You're thinking limitation, and so that's what comes about. At the center of that 8, or the center of that infinity symbol, is the cross through which all things are. The cross at the heart. We are the cross. You know, the Jesus Christ cross. The heart is all of us. And through our heart, that's the portal to eternity. Always has been, always will be, never won't be. And at the center of this is the same thing, energetically speaking. So this is our higher self asking us, letting us know it's time to realize that we do create reality, and we can create new reality, and that we're not stuck anywhere anymore. This is a time for absolute great shifting, changing through us, through you, because you are me and I am you. If I know this, you know something I don't know. Together we are vast beyond our amazing measurements. And I think we're about ready to unmask some of what that is. And I think that's what this Magician card is showing us, that we have a lot more power and a lot more magic within our hearts than we've ever imagined possible. And this time right now is all about unfurling and unfolding and uncovering all of that. So the eclipse is already exciting. This is a really wonderful reading so far. Now I'm going to go from left to right in the cross. Left is about what happened recently to us as a collective that has spurred this level of change for us. and then I'll continue on and explain to you what some of the other cards mean. So this card right here is Recent Past card, another higher arcana card, by the way. So this is the the second higher arcana card. No, this is the third higher arcana card, and guess what? It's a number 3. 3, is that right? Yeah. Yes, of course. The Empress, actually. 3 is the number of 2 coming together, creating something new. So it's the number of creation. And as you can see, the heart in the center, that's what I'm talking about. That is the portal to all things. And look, the cross is right there too. And I already explained all of that to you, which is absolutely amazing. This is also showing, this is the Empress. This is the divine feminine coming in and sitting still. She's on, interestingly enough, she's on the, there it is, the moon. And she's holding a shield over there. I'm backwards here. And then we've got the flower that I'm always afraid I can't remember the name of something in the minute I think I can't. I don't, but it'll come to me. The lotus flower, which is all about understanding that without the mud at the bottom of the pond, that flower would not be able to come up and be the beauty that you see, reaching for the sun. So together in the darkness is a shadow. That's what we would call the moon as well. That's what we call the womb as well. It's what we call the dirt, that all of the beautiful things that we see growing that are green and beautiful and colorful also come from all of that. So all of it is necessary. And we've been demonizing shadow and darkness and all these demons that we call the people who are playing our contrasts. Because without them, we'd be tra-la-laing along and not making any kind of change whatsoever. And the change is like massive, fast, ridiculously fast right now, and perfect. The Empress is all about new creation through the divine feminine principles, which is that 10 of cups that I just told you about. That's the same principle. Water is the principle of divine feminine. And she's got a waterfall behind her as well, which is just fabulous. So this is all about rebirth, new birth, new creation, new allowance. Be the Empress of your own life. Male or female, you have within you both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. We're leveling all of this up through the heart frequency of love that we are, that you are, that I am, that I am. And when I say I am, I mean all of I. That's you and all of you, every one of you, whatever role you play. It's perfect. The next card is going to be, or it talks about a wind blowing over right now. So there's a wind that kind of blows and gives us a real quick lesson, but it's like a huge dousing. It's almost like a storm that comes, and all of the information that comes down from the waters in the storm gives new potential, new growth, and allows everything that's been there gestating, ready to come up. It gives it the ability to grow more. So this energy is kind of coming over the top of the Lover's card, which was the first one, because at the center of the cross, this one. And it's a 5. So this is the 5 of Pentacles. Excuse me, my nose is all itchy. This is the 5 of Pentacles. And this, remember I said earlier, I chose the 5 as the final number for the top of for the cards to line up that way. And this is about being shoved out of institutions, of all things. This is about being a little bit afraid about it too. So this is about the fear. First of all, we've been a bit beat up by being a member of those big institutions. This is typically showing the Catholic Church as the institution these two have kind of been kicked out of and decided that they just couldn't stay anymore because their understanding of life and love and potential reality just can't be kept within 4 walls. No matter what that institution is, I believe we're all experiencing ourselves kicking ourselves out of institutions, of old programming, and the realization that this new programming is taking us into a whole new era And so this is what we're feeling right now. There's the knowing that we must, and the fear that we're going to and we can't not, and the realization that 5 is the number of chaos. It throws 4 off of its axis, its perfect set, and creates something new, which is always necessary. So what's new is the 6, which is the divine partnership, creates new. So yay. The next card in here is what is likely to come up for us really fairly soon. And this is the King of Wands, or in this particular one, it's called the King of Rods. Excuse me. And the King of Rods, or Wands, is the divine masculine energy. A king and a queen usually depicts, at least in these cards, which is a higher frequency of some of the kings and queens we've known of, they wear a crown, and the crown is analogous to having your crown chakra open. It's golden. So it's the sun setting in around your pineal gland, around your crown chakra, and enlightening you. So it takes a modicum of wisdom and experience in self-empowerment and love to be able to get to a place where others can come to you. So this is a divine masculine's energy of moving forward. So masculinity is about the actual physicality of making things move forward, embodying them. The growth part of things instead of the gestational part of things. The actual growth part is the divine masculine energy. It's in balance, it's protective, it's strong, it's empowering, it's guiding, it's beautiful, it's also extremely soft, in the knowing that the divine feminine is a part of self that is absolutely, without it, nothing could be. And this is a moving on. So this feels to me like the King of Rods or Wands is all about burning off the past for the creation of something new. It's about spirituality. It's, if you will, you can. When I see it, sometimes I think of the phoenix. So this is about a real strong doing of burning off the past and creating new, which is really amazing. So this is what we're going to be seeing coming up here. Is and it feels like a lot of actual doing. We're going to actually be seeing things happening on this planet. A lot of burning off the past, things coming up to be seen, us saying thank you so much for offering what was there, and we're now allowing this to go away. So love you very much. Please release the old project, the old job that you had, and allow yourself to fall into this frequency that we have right now, which is great change, becoming the magician of our new loving, overflowing reality of goodness, which is really what we've come to. We've come to this for so long. We're ready for this now. The next card would be situated in a space that I call your fear space. So this is where we as a collective still hold some doubt. It's held behind. We have quite a few things, at least I do, still hidden behind some veils that I imagine will come up to be seen in perfect timing. And a lot of them are already happening each day. And we see them in others, and we can easily project onto others our own fears. But generally speaking, if something pisses you off or if something triggers you, it's because it's within you that it needs to be looked at. So our fear, this is a 7. This is another higher arcana card. This is the 7, which is the Chariot. Love this card. Just came in a reading yesterday or the day before that I did. This is about the dark and the light. Look at those 2 horses down there, and look at the one who is driving the chariot. Chariot depicts fast movement, right? It also depicts a balance and an ability to ride and drive or navigate the movement forward. And again, we've got that masculine energy of the navigation, fast navigation moving forward. And the dark and the light is about balancing those two. It's about balancing the light and the dark within inside of ourselves so that they can be in tandem and actually move forward without tipping the whole thing over, you know, once you get some speed. So this is about knowing yourself. Again, the dark and the light that depicts the moon and the sun. So all of this is about the moon and the sun. This is the gateway between this magical growth time that we've got beginning now. Our fear is about moving too fast, maybe. So and about even being able to balance those within ourselves as a collective. I think we have a tendency to look outside of ourselves and go, but they're not ready. How is that going to happen in our reality? And the truth is that there is no they in the cleanest and clearest of senses. Within each one of us personally, all our reality is projected from there. Within each one of us is our own ability to balance those two. So if I were going to do if I'm going to do anything, which I will for this, I'll do a meditation. I do a meditation around anything that comes in my fear space, because where your fears lie is where your freedom is, right on the other side of that. But you got to go right straight into the middle of it and through it. So spending time with this concept of the balance between the dark and the light within self is a really important thing to be doing right now during this eclipse season. So I invite you all to join me in clearing that by loving it free, by just being with it, no dialogue. Well up the feeling of the fear of maybe it going too fast or not being able to do that or not having the tools that it takes to find that balance. Forget about all of that, because if you just let go of the white knuckling of any of this, it's all going to find its way. It's going to find its way in the most organic, original way possible. That means that the mind doesn't have anything to do with it. And your reality will show you exactly what it is in synchronicity that will be unmistakable to any part of you. You won't even try to think that, oh, is that right? Could that possibly be? Because it's going to be like, oh, this is so in your face. Of course it is. So the next placement is, this is a long reading, huh? I hope you're all enjoying it. The next placement is how we kind of see ourselves right now, how we're able to view ourselves in the midst of all of this right now, and how it plays out for us. And this is really beautiful. This is great. You know, this is why we know that there's some really, really good stuff happening with all of us right now, is because we already see ourselves as the divine feminine. Oh, actually, it is the divine feminine. We got another higher arcana card. So we're working on 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th one out of 11 cards I've got pulled. And this is justice. Wow, everybody, of course it is. It's the 11 card as well. We all know that's gateway. That's a portal. That's what this is that we're moving into right now. This is a gateway and a portal, which is why I started at 111 with this reading. We've already gotten the 1 2 different times. And now we've got it twice again together. 1, 1. So we've got 2 gateways already here. And this one is the Justice card. This is about balance, as you see. She in one hand, she has her sword. The swords are about thoughts. They're about programmed thoughts, but they're also about taking control of those programmed thoughts. And of course, that's what she's doing. And the other hand is the scales of balance. So this isn't about one winning over the other. Like so many used to tend to want to create, we're going to beat them, we're going to go get them, we're going to go, you know, we're going to arrest them all, we're going to hang them by this and that. And what we're really doing when we reach this level, the 11 portal, is the realization that all things are perfect in the way they are. No matter how they look and how horrible and horrific these beings that we think of as our oppressors have been, without them, we would not be evolving to the extent that we are in such power, such beauty, with each other. And I see this with all of you. My world through you and what happens around me in the physical is beautiful. It's fabulous. It's gorgeous. I have so much fun. You know, it's been a wild ride. I've had some crazy things anyway. Won't get into me, but justice, people, justice. And justice doesn't mean justicing over. Justice means balance. It's taking your own personal responsibility for every thought you choose, for every perception you choose from what happens in your world around you, balancing it out, the dark and the light, right? The sun and the moon, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the divine you and the divine me. So we really are seeing ourselves in that justice period right now where we're able to do this without feeling like we've got to go, you know, string people up with a bunch of nooses. This is about loving ourselves free, the totality of ourselves. The next card is, and the placement for this one is, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. It's a 6, it's another 6. So we started out with a 6, with a Lover's card. Y'all must be thinking about me. Is that how that works? Because my nose is itchy. This is the 6 of Pentacles. So Pentacles is about money. It's about home. It's about family. It's about job. It's about house. It's about car. It's about three-dimensional physical. It's about physicality. This is the 6. Remember, that's about divine partnership, right? Except in the lower frequencies a little bit. This is beautiful. This is really interesting too, because this is about how what our environment is, the energetic environment that we're living in right now. This is about how the energetic environment is assisting us right now. This comes on the heels of the Justice card, which is an 11. And if you take a quick look at this, check it out. What do we have here? We've got more balance. We've got more scales. So this is about sharing. This is about giving of what you have in your physical in a balanced, loving way. It's a partnership with all those around you, and the realization that when you give to another, you literally give to the heart of yourself in that other. And that other feels the heart of you when you do. Everything that we're doing now, every action that we take, every doing that we make in that divine masculine part is going to be felt like it's never, ever been felt before. Everything will mean so much more now emotionally, because our emotions are really the vibrational carpet ride that takes us from one reality to another. And we traverse realities daily, many, many times a day. So this is about balancing and giving of yourself to the partnership of you with all else, all other you. That's beautiful, incredible. Whoa. So this next one, I just saw it. This is the culmination card, and I did pull another one, but I laid it down so I couldn't see it, even though I don't usually look. But this is another higher arcana card. What does this make? Out of 10 cards now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, there you go with that number 7. And this is the 16 card, which is a 7 as well, ultimately. This is the Tower card. And for all of you who know what that means the crumbling of the old system, falling down. What was created on those old foundations is not going to be able to be sustained anymore. It will crumble. It is crumbling as we speak. And it's exactly what we wished for. It's exactly how we created this whole thing to happen. So, wow. So the crumbling of the old and the creation of the new, because remember, our greatest desire for all of this was the 10 of Cups. This was about pure delight, pure joy, pure love, pure flow. The desire for love to create all new. And everything about this reading is saying that that is exactly what this is set up for. So I pulled a card to to just be a significator card for that last Tower card. And this is another king. And this is the King of Swords. And remember, we've only had one other Swords card in this particular reading. And the Swords is all about thoughts. It's about perception. It's about, typically, in most cases, in many cases, in these cards, it's about the thoughts that you'd been trained to believe and see and think about. And, you know, it's the old programming. This is about creating your own kingdom now, a new kingdom with new thought, a new growth all around it, a new crown, a new understanding, a new way of opening up your crown chakra and creating a whole nother earth. Taking control of your thoughts, which is exactly what its neighbor on this thing, the top two, the higher arcana, what our higher self is asking us, telling us right now, is the magician, to take this into your own hands now, create your own realities now. You are magic. We can do this. So, wow, I wish I knew how to get any 87 comments. Are you kidding? And I don't know how to read them on here because it's not scrolling for me at all. Excuse me. Wow, you guys, I see so many. I'm really 87 comments. You guys are amazing. I hope you love this. Judy, lots of love. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, sweetheart. Wow. Hi, Judy. Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Lots of allergies today. Yeah, see, these might be old comments. I'm not sure. But whatever this is it is what it is. So I'm just scratching my nose as I have to. But anyway, I'm going to let you all go because I don't know how to read this. I'm going to have to look into if there's a way for me to be able to do this so I'm more interactive with you. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I can give you maybe a quick synopsis. So I think I've been doing that all along. You know, we are really ready to create something new. And it really is. I mean, the 10 of Cups is all about overflowing love, overflowing color and joy and play and true love for one another, true love for self, and then seeing that manifest all around us. Yes, we're at a time right now where we're going to be moving from the old to the new, and it's going to be a little bit frightening for us. But, you know, we all came here for this. Believe me, you petitioned to get here right now, just like I did. And you have as much to offer this reality with who you are and how you are as I or anybody else does. Know that, because without you, this couldn't be as perfect as it is, and it is perfect. Let's not be, let's just move through the fear that we have of moving forward quickly by feeling that fear within our energy field. Remember, emotions are the carpet ride on which I see it as vibrational music going through the air, and we are in that, and we help create it, and we energize it with our emotions, and we flow with it to the extent that we allow for things to happen. There's not really much of the old doing anymore. This is all about allowing for life to unfold for us instead of us hammering and chiseling it into something. That was the old way, and we learned a lot from that, and it's all so beautifully honored right now. But it's time for something new, and this is all set up for it. So between now and the moving out of this this pillar, this gateway, the 11 gateway, which is the portal through which the lunar eclipse in through the solar eclipse, and the gateway, which is the 8-8 on both sides, the lion's gate. Lion is all about the sun. It's all about coming out naked. It's all about not hiding behind shame anymore. No more BS about who we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to be, and that we've all got to fit into some ridiculous mold to be accepted. I mean, that's old stuff, and it's debilitating. It's debilitating everything. It did, but it's over. And we come out fresh and new, and we become the musicians. Yes, too. Been through a lot of musicians this weekend. Not been through, but I got to hear a lot of beautiful music this weekend. Thank you, Tanya, my dear, and all your friends. But it is the time to celebrate. It's the time to love ourselves into freedom. So just go and have a blast. Be in joy. Delight in who you are, and delight in who you are in the other as well. You know, look for the light behind the story now, because that's where the goodies really are. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to say, be in joy. And I love you. And thank you all for joining me. Mwah. Bye. Finish.